After the success of Shudder's VHS 94, it's time to find out how 99 fares. What's up, everyone? I am Wink.
And I am Skillz.
And this is
professional film reviewer.
And this...
Hold on, Jared. Let me get my piece out.
You get it out, buddy. And this is Scream Cheese. Today we are talking about Shudder's VHS 99, directed by a whole bunch of people, starring a whole bunch of people. Witness a hellish vision of 1999 as social isolation, analog technology, and disturbing home videos fuse into a nightmare of found footage savagery. I really didn't like 1994. I thought the first two installments of VHS were awesome. I actually even liked Viral, but 94 was really a letdown to me, and when I heard they were doing 99, I didn't understand why. But when it comes down, I like anthologies and I like found footage films, so I was down to watch it, and I forced my pal Skillz to watch it as well. When it comes down, you got another 5 stories. They started and ended strong with a mess of varying degrees in between. All of the stories I think were engaging, they were fun, but I found especially throughout the middle, I was like totally into them, and then they would spin out into something where I was like, wait, this is where we're going? What's up with that? I would say the first one was really good. That one was actually directed by Maggie Levin, who is a really awesome writer and director. Skillz, I don't know if she's still attached to it, but that writer-director of the first one was at a certain point tapped to write the sequel to Labyrinth. I don't know if that's still in the works. She actually wrote and directed one of the Into the Darks, the Hulu horror film series, and it was similarly like about a band. I don't know, that seems to be like her theme, is like music and horror. I thought hers was really good. I had some issues with like some of the creature people at the end. For some reason, they really came across to me as like almost like scare actors from like your local haunted house. So it was like a really good story, and then that just kind of like took away. I feel like even though she is good with horror, I think where she really shone was the kind of fake documentary of that band. It really felt like the skater stuff of that day. And then the last one I thought was very, very imaginative. I don't even know if it was really executed the best it could have been, but because of like the imaginative nature of it, I was like super all in.
So I love anthologies as well. When it was all said and done, I had a good enough time with it. I think we disagree on a few things. I also thought that the last one was very creative, and like most of them, I feel like they were underdeveloped. The first one was actually my least favorite. It did nothing for me at all. I think the last 2 were my favorites just because they were entertaining. Like the second to the last one was cool.
Wait, like the Medusa one?
Yeah, I mean, just because that was like the only one. That was the only one where I actually kind of got invested a little bit in the characters, and I got invested in what they were involved in, which is like every teenage boy's dream. And then also I love Medusa. And again, it was totally underdeveloped. So there's probably the subject matter attracted me, and also like the characters. The last one I thought was actually a creative idea to the point of like, you could probably make a whole movie based on that concept. It was really a good idea. And even the way it ended, I liked. Then there was like the one with the coffin, which was okay, but it's kind of generic. The game show one, I really liked the actors, but it did nothing for me. The first one did absolutely nothing for me. The first one was so bad for me that I was sitting there thinking, how in the world am I going to get through this? It even crossed my mind, is there a way to play this at double speed? Because if this represents what the whole movie is, I don't know if I can watch it in real time. That's how much I did not like that first one. But just to wrap up my point of view, I didn't love it, but I love the idea of anthologies. And when I finished, I wasn't mad that I watched it, but if this was like a student film, I would think like, that's cool. It has potential. These people have potential, but it just felt underdeveloped. Like I think back to like even Creepshow 2, which I watched recently, and those are very short stories, but they feel very focused. It made me think of Twilight Zone, where they're short little stories, but I've seen so many Twilight Zone episodes episodes where by the end, there is like, not only did you experience an entertaining episode, but there is like a moral message at the end, and it makes you think at the end. And I feel like with these, there wasn't that experience at the end of like, oh, you know, like they tried it in a few of the episodes, but it didn't work. They should probably reduce it down to maybe 4 episodes and try to develop the characters more. And it's a tough thing. You're telling a short story. So anyways, I'm rambling, but it was okay.
While you and I may disagree on which are the strongest stories, I feel like I agree with everything else that you're saying. I don't even know if going down to 4 is going to help it that much. I think some of the problems with the writing here, and this is totally a guess, I think the writers are feeling kind of pigeonholed with the found footage concepts. It's not like expanding their world or giving them opportunity to like tell a story. I feel like it's limiting them. And I feel like that's the difference between where we are in the series now versus how we started. When we started, the found footage aspect was like really fun, and it was really creative, and they were really well done. It almost felt like the found footage aspect should have been hiding some of the bad effects, but instead we were always getting like really freaking great effects, and it was such a strange marriage of things. But now with 94 and 99, I feel like the like grainy look, the like really VHS-y video look is to hide bad effects and to hide cuts, and like it's to present a style because it's truly kind of style over substance at this point. This is like straight to video popcorn flicks. Like I'd love it they just keep making these, and I'd probably keep watching them, but these are not blowing me away by any means. I'm just thankful this one's better than 94. Like I'd be curious to see what you thought of 94. I agree with you about the quality of this film. The one before it, dude, for Shudder, I think it performed really well. This one performed better, but like, so we will probably keep seeing these. But 94 was like, dude, it might be one of the worst anthologies I've ever seen, I think.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to watch that. Yeah, and shout out to Bloody Disgusting. I'm just happy to see anything horror. They've been around for a long time, and it's just cool to see like these, I don't know what you would call them, these entities getting involved in creating horror films, because I feel like that's kind of how it should be. You know, the people that are really passionate about horror should have as much involvement as possible in creating these films. It's kind of similar to like comic fans and like the Marvel universe. When it comes to anthologies and when it comes to found footage, those are two of my favorite things when it comes to horror. But yeah, it just wasn't great. Also, I will say, as two big negatives for me, they definitely overused the whole VHS tracking effect. And then there's times where it looks like VHS and then it looks like HD. So Wink, let me ask you, what score do you give VHS 1999?
Did you forget what movie we were talking about?
I did.
That's all right. That's okay.
That's how much I loved it.
I am going to give this one, I'll give it a 6.4. Yeah.
I'll give it a 5.5.
That sounds about right from you. I'm actually a little surprised. I thought you might go 4 range, but let us know what you thought of VHS 99 in the comment section below. Also, let me know what you thought of 94 as well. We should have just talked about 94 instead. I'm really prepared to hate VHS 94. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, suggest your favorite horror movies in the comment section below, and Skillz and I will see you next time. Peace out, cheesers.
Peace. Also, one last thing. Me and Jared are making our own film. It's called Beta 99. And so keep a lookout for it. There's some really good things we have in store for you. Beta 99.
Great.
Peace out.